Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So we're just going to use Angel Tarot cards, and the inside is just what does the collective need to know. So let's shake it up and see what comes out. Do you know what? Okay, so obviously the deck is blue, but I mostly keep seeing, I keep seeing blue. I see like this tunnel, a blue tunnel. Ooh, getting chills now. And it's almost like I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know, like the tunnel's dark. So it's like black and blue kind of coming out. And when I tap into the blue, it's not like sad or anything like that. It's like, how would I explain this energy? It's like I feel like I have this fear that I'm supposed to go through this tunnel. And in this tunnel, it's dark. It's almost like I was watching a video on cave diving, and that's just crazy to hear, like when they have like the lines and like going in a group, and how, you know, you're in charge of yourself, right? You put on your mask first and you deal with yourself before you deal with others. But like, let's say you're in this intense situation where others are important, right? Like their choices affect your choices. That's what I'm seeing. But like, honestly, I see no other people. I just see you going into this dark cave and like blue all around. Maybe that's like the sun shining through light of the water, but like it's calm, it's peaceful. I like the blue. I'm definitely getting Archangel Michael vibes. So like protection. I'm getting like heavy protection, but like calm going through it. So we've got the world. Oh, that's funny. And it's Archangel Michael. That's exactly the vibe I was picking up. So it says, a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. So when I look at this, I see four things that are kind of, and you're in the middle of this. So there's like this crossroads. And so that's why I see the dark, like you're in the fear, but you're also this stability and this calm. And so I see over here, there's the dark, there's the blue that I'm referring to. So it's like this cross reference. But then in this card, they kind of show me this way. So over here, do you know what that kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of Lord of the Rings, when they're going to go throw the ring into the volcano. And like how everything's desolate, and like this is like a real dark energy. But then over here, we have like life and growing and like thriving. So it's like opposites almost. So let's read that one more time. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. So when I think of the ring, I think of like really trying to contain something, trying to manipulate a situation. I heard trying to manipulate a situation for a season. So it's like in this time frame, I had this plan for my life that it was supposed to go this way. And so in that, trying to control situations and people and things outside of yourselves to fit the superficial type thing that you kind of use. I heard need. So wants and needs are different. They're kind of talking. There's a lot of masculine energy coming out. I'm feeling masculine energy. And I heard it, I saw things kind of like going. So like the world is usually in some cards like the wheel. So it's like going forward, going forward, going forward. And then I heard stub my toe. Like I stubbed my toe and everything, just like that pain made you aware of your surroundings. Damn, I didn't know that I'm seeing like you stub it on the post of your bed. And it's because you're in this alignment, right? There's this perfect balance of both. We still need to figure out what all four sections are, but it's almost like a medicine wheel. It could be, they're showing me a season and the situation and not being aware of what was actually growing in that season. And so you're going and going, but it's in this type area where it's like possessive and controlling. It's like Gollum, like, I want that ring, like I want that. It's like putting so much power into something outside of yourself that if I have that, that will make my life better. It's that searching for something outside yourself. And then you stub your toe and you come back to reality. That's what I'm seeing, right? You're in your head doing something, boom, all of a sudden you're aware of your presence in your body, right? Your pain and your toe is going to tell you about it. So all of a sudden coming back and it kind of being like, this area needs healing. So maybe being more grounded. That's what I see when I think of like feet and walking, being more grounded, but stable and present. So whatever it was that was like trying to be controlled outside of yourself, it wasn't really a grounding feeling. It was kind of lost in fantasy. And I love daydreaming. I literally spent the whole weekend daydreaming what the next like future should look like. So maybe that's why this is kind of coming up. It's like, I always have this saying here. And this saying says, we must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us. And that just kind of came out when I got this like Know Yourself book. It was my bookmark. And I went right back to it. There's something that you don't know about yourself. Right? I went right to that same page. What do people not know about you? But if you're in this and you're trying to control and you're trying to make things, and what do people not know about you? Because I keep seeing the ring, that the ring has all this power, but you have the power in you. That's why we bring everything into equilibrium. It's the heart. The heart has the power. So are you using your heart in whatever it is that you're going forward with? Or are you scared of your heart and you're trying to shut your heart down? Because that's what I saw, right? It's that void. So maybe it's dark, going into a dark place, but it was very, like I said, it was protected. So maybe this person has been very protective of their heart. And so in order to not get hurt again, I'm going to control things and I'm going to tell people what to do. And I'm going to, you can't really control other people. Everyone has free will to do whatever it is that they want. And so when I look into this, right, there's the volcanoes, but it's all these little green sparks. So in that controlling, the heart can't be controlled. You can't control the heart. The heart does what it wants. The heart feels how it wants, and it leads your intuition. So you must trust that intuition. So with whatever it was, you stub your toe, you hit something, you wake up to reality. And now you're like, shit, I'm in this area of a very bad, toxic place. How do I get myself out of it? I thought I was doing what was required of me, but I see that I've become a little bit possessive, or just valuing things outside of yourself too much, maybe putting things on a pedestal, but not seeing it for like the reality of what it is. And so, as this says, there's a job well done, right? You finally woke yourself up to it. You came back to, you listened to your heart. Well, maybe you didn't listen to your heart. I feel like in this, the heart got woken. It was like, damn, I haven't been doing this with my heart. My heart would never lead me to an environment like this. And so I've got to check myself before I wreck myself. And so I see it going into this dark place. And in this dark place, there's all this protection and light and healing and like waking up, kind of coming back to the surface. So I see like being really deep, but the closer you get to the sun, right? Especially in the water, maybe there's a part where you want to go faster, but it all happens in the right time. And so from there, you finally like break the surface. There's that breath of fresh air, because I'm seeing like the lung and the hearts being so close together. Oh, it's just so nice to have that pressure off your heart. And then from there, coming like real healing here. So that's what I feel like either you woken up to, or the current situation that you've done. And I'm hearing that it's actually not what you've woken up to, it's the current situation of what you've done. And so maybe you like look back in your past and you see everything burning down, and it really hurts you to see things that you let go, that you actively pursued on building. You wanted that, you needed that, but things have changed. So as that saying said, we must let go of the life we've had planned, because that wasn't planned on heart energy. And the heart wants what the heart wants, and the heart knows the way. So your ego and your logic and all those things can't control. It's like trying to herd cats, I'm hearing. And now I'm hearing like boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. And it's just like, I'm seeing like, no, things have to be this way. But then it's like, chill out. Like these cats, I'm seeing black cat energy. You can't make a cat do what a black cat wants to do, but like a black cat at that, they're like, get out of here. So I pulled some more cards, and they're all blue. So we have the Nine of Water. It says your wish comes true, concerns fade away, a love of life. And so when I look at this, there's so much like turbulence at the top, at the surface, but in the depths, there's all these treasures. And that's what I kind of see as the depths here with the green sparks. Right, there's that there. And it's almost like you have to go within and then like, imagine just always staying surface. Like, I don't know. It's just, you want to take a dive. You want to dive deep. There's just so much more reward to it. And I'm almost seeing a pendulum as in the highs and the lows. So whatever it is that you've experienced that is your lowest of low, it's almost like energy will be equal in the opposite direction. So you stay surface level, you're gonna get a basic bitch life. That's what I'm hearing. It's just gonna be so boring. It's like a keeping up with the Joneses, superficial, nothing of depth and color and character. Your heart will not be happy in that. And so that's what I'm seeing. You go into the depths, and maybe you did get something, maybe you were a little bit in this possessive trying to control the outside of you, the way the world perceives you. And then you being like, actually, I don't care. I don't care how the world perceives me, because I'm so scared of losing this thing that, like, what's the worst that could happen? Because I feel like by me trying so hard not to lose this is the fear. It just like, and then you let it go, and it's like, oh, it actually wasn't that bad. So the next one to come out was the Knight of Water in reverse, as well as the King of Air in reverse. So emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative, falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event in reverse. I just kept hearing 0 to hero, and that's kind of what they're showing is like because as I said, falling in love, so, or wedding proposals. And that's almost what I saw, was like just meeting someone and be like, I'm gonna marry that person. Like it was just like that, no building the groundwork in between. It was too much, and it wasn't stable enough to ever build on. And then the King of Air is usually all about mind and intellect and those kind of things. But it says, but this is in reverse, so this is the opposite. So it says, speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. So that in the upright, it would have been brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic, but it's in the reverse. So it says, speak your mind with confidence. Someone's not speaking their mind with confidence because they're doing what they think they need to do. They're saying what they think people want to hear. And it's like the beauty queen answer of everything. Oh, what is your hobbies? And it's like, my hobbies is to volunteer at homeless and animal shelters, and I want to end world peace. And like, if that's actually your like purpose and things like that, like talk about it, right? From the heart. But if it's what you think other people want to hear of you and that's not your energy, you're this black cat energy that's like, I value, well, what do I value? I value authenticity. I like when people are themselves. Even if you're messy, even if you're dramatic and chaotic, if that's your thoughts and feelings, like it's easier to understand where they're coming from because they're not putting on this mask and being, well, I'm supposed to be this way rather than I am this way. And so it says, not having confidence to show who you really are. And then it said balance the mental and emotional. So if the mind is always being like, this is who you are, this is what you have to say, this is what you need to do next, this is, where'd you even get all that information? Who told you that you have to think that way? And usually it'll be like society, like watching media, mentors, things that other people have gone on their path, but you need to take into consideration the heart. What is your heart leading you to? Because I always see the heart as your compass for purpose. And if you're not in alignment with your purpose, which is your dharma, so if you're not living what your soul came here to do, all you're doing is spinning your wheels, which usually is the world card. It's also a wheel, a cycle. You're spinning your wheels and creating karma. You're stuck in ruts. You keep doing the same thing over and over again. Now you need to learn lessons. So yeah, I'm seeing a wake up moment of like, damn, I'm wasting a lot of my time. I'm wasting a lot of my energy and resources. And all I have to do is just be myself. I just say what I want, think how I think, and not be scared to speak up about it. And by doing so, that's where that heart wakes up again in that barren, burnt down land. I feel like it's just been burnt so many times because it's like, I want this. And it's like doing the opposite of what it wants. So it's like, ugh, energy. I want this. No. The heart has taken too many bruises. Black and blue. That's what I saw, that tunnel and then the light. I heard it's taken a shit kicking. Oh, I feel so much sad. I feel it on the masculine side. It's like, I'm not allowed to be emotional. I'm not allowed to do this. I'm not, and it's just like a standard that society's told you that you have to think that way. Now, this could be a masculine energy I'm picking up on, but here's the thing. You've got feminine and masculine energy in you. You're both of them. So, it's probably an inside job. It's always an inside job. But that's what I'm seeing is like, nope, I have to be strong. I have to be this. You don't have to do shit. Do you know what you have to do? You need to stop. You need to reflect, figure out what the heart really wants. And as scary as that is, which is going to lead you on probably a path of following intuition, which isn't facts and things like that, which is so hard to trust. But you have to trust that process because once you speak up what your heart really wants, there again, it's like that breaking the barrier, the water, the drowning in your emotions, the hiding your emotions, the stagnant, stale, this doesn't exist. It exists. It will never go away. And the more and more you try to shove something, it's going to become resentful. It's going to become cold, hard, and calculated, they say. And the more and more you pretend to be what you're not, the more and more you're just going to be angry at everything. You're going to complain, I don't like this, I don't like that. It's because you're not in the right environment. And in the right environment, you'll grow and thrive. And what you look at, you'll recognize on a heart soul level that, oh, maybe I don't like this, but this is going to help me with this. And the more you're in a heart frequency, the more you do that. It sucks to be emotional, but yeah, I'm getting mad chills. It just sucks. It's scary to be vulnerable, but that's your true self. And I think that's what everybody really wants to be loved for. You know, I find a lot of people, they get attached to me because I can see through facades and walls and things like that, and I can see the real them. So I tend to get not so much now because I've got better boundaries, but in the past I used to just get people cling on to my energy, and it's because I made them feel seen. I made them feel like that what they thought and felt mattered, and that it was possible for them to go off on their adventure and do whatever it was that they wanted, which they could. And so, if they couldn't see that within themselves, sometimes you do need a mirror to reflect it. But the main thing to know at the end of the day, no matter what you value in someone else outside of yourself, you have that within you, and you have that power to give that to yourself. And so, that's the most empowering thing here. So, a job well done. I think that's what the whole thing here is. Like, you used to value things outside of yourself a lot more than you do now. Now you are stepping into that black cat energy of I go where I want, when I'm guided to. And there's a lot more emotions. It's more intuitive. It's less known, but it's so much more fulfilling. Once I said fulfilling, I felt it spread out through my whole back. And so there's that masculine and that feminine energy. Because, like I said, you have both in it. So the masculine is like do, whereas the feminine is like create. So I create whatever it is I want to go out there and do. And there's going to be cool things that happen because it says your wishes come true, concerns fade away, a love of life. So maybe before, I don't like this, I don't like this, why? And then now it's like, cool, I get to do this. I love the life I wake up. I'm going to go do this. I'm so excited to try this. There's just so much more adventure. And the shift has to come by letting the heart, you have to feel the feels. You do. You can't shut them down. It is how it is. Some days you're happy, some days you're mad, some days you're sad. Some days you just don't even know how you feel, but don't deny it because that's that spark. So with that, we'll leave it there. I hope you have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.